Guys, today I want to tell you about a really good deal on a really great speaker cabinet. Now, this is actually the first speaker cabinet that I've done a review on, and although, I always love, having the big full stacks on stage, that kind of thing, I had a birthday recently, and to be honest, in my old age, I'm starting to become more interested in convenience. So today I'm looking at a 2x12 cabinet. This, of course, has two 12-inch speakers. This is the G212 Vintage from Harley Benton. Now, I've reviewed a lot of the Harley Benton guitars before, but this is the first amplifier product I have reviewed from them. And I saw this on their site. When you look at the specs and you look at the price, it doesn't even make sense how they can sell it for this price. Because first of all, this is a 2x12 cabinet. It's a stereo cabinet. It has Celestion Vintage 30 speakers in it. And it has plywood construction. It's not made of particle board. Now, when I say plywood, if you're not familiar with cabinet construction, plywood is really good to use for speaker cabinets. Cheap speaker cabinets usually use that thick particle board stuff, which makes the cabinet really, really heavy and often doesn't sound very good. So plywood guitars are bad, but plywood speaker cabinets are really good. Now, for me, there are three key points here. One is that it's a stereo cabinet. Two, that it has the Celestion Vintage 30 speakers, and three is the price. This thing costs less than $200. In fact, right now it's around $188, $199. As always, I'll put some links in the video description below for where you can get it. But that price for what you're getting is insane. It's finished in a classic black Tolex, and it's got a couple of heavy-duty handles on either side, and of course the big rubber feet on the bottom. Now, my favorite 4x12 cabinet is a Carvin Legacy cabinet that I've had for a long time, and this is of course the Steve Vai signature cabinet, and it has those same vintage 30 speakers. Now with this Harley Benton cabinet, I can get basically a half-size version of that same Carvin Legacy cab that I love so much, only it's going to cost me less than $200. Alright guys, now I'm going to do a little demo with this cabinet. And the amplifier I'm going to use for this is the Black Star ID Core 40-watt head. Now you're probably wondering why that amplifier. Well, first of all, it's just a great sounding amplifier. Second of all, it's a stereo amplifier. It has really nice stereo effects. And I've got some microphones hooked up. I've got a pair of condenser mics put in front of the cabinet so you can hear the stereo separation on this cabinet. Now, of course, you don't have to use it as a stereo cabinet. You can just use one plug and flip a switch on the back and use it as just a regular mono 2x12 cabinet. But having that stereo capability is really nice. Alright guys, let's get this thing plugged in and we'll listen to how it sounds. Alright guys, so like I said, less than $200 for that 2x12 cabinet. Now, Harley Benton also has another 2x12 cabinet with less expensive speakers. That cabinet is of course even cheaper. But getting those Celestion Vintage 30 speakers in there for that price is really just a crazy good deal. Now, people who get picky about speakers, not everybody loves those speakers as much as I do. They have a very distinctive mid-range, which is sometimes referred to as honk. Personally, I am very pro honk. I love the honk. I'm a firm supporter of honk in speaker cabinets. For me, it gives your guitar extra power in the mid-range, which in a live situation is really a great thing. But honestly guys, and I don't want to talk too much about this, if you really wanted to, you could buy one of these speaker cabinets, you know, take out the Celestion speakers, sell them on eBay, swap in some other speakers. You might even end up saving money that way if you wanted to use different speakers. Alright guys, now I'm going to put some links in the video description below if you want to get one of these speaker cabinets. So I'm going to put a couple of different links in there. One is for people in the USA, one is for people outside of the USA. You have to go to a different website depending on where you're ordering from. Now these are really popular speaker cabinets, so hopefully it's not sold out when you go to check it out, but usually they get new stock in after a few weeks, and I believe you can pre-order them if they're out of stock. One last thing here guys, if you want to support this channel further and you want to get more directly involved in the videos, go ahead and check out my Patreon page. That's patreon.com/GuitarMax. I'll put links for that down in the video description as well as links for the speakers themselves. As always guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.